How do you spell the J sound? Jet. Bridge. There are at least 10 ways to spell the J sound. I'm going to show you the 4 most common ways. J, joke, job, just. This is the most common way you'll spell J. 44% of the time, this is how you will spell the J sound. J, gentle, giant, gym. 29% of the time, this is how you will spell the J sound. This is also a pretty common way you're going to see it when you read, and you're going to use this a lot when you're writing. This spelling usually comes before the letters E, I, or Y. So when you see the letter G and it sits right next to an E, I, or Y, try the sound J. J. Page. Cage, large. 18% of the time, this is how you will spell J. This spelling is usually at the end of a word. J, edge, badge, bridge. 3% of the time, this is how you will spell J. This is a pretty rare spelling, isn't it? It's a 3-letter spelling, and this spelling is typically at the end of a word, right after a short vowel. Okay, let's go back and look at this spelling, J. This one is kind of tricky for folks. What I teach my students is typically when the letter G comes right before the letter E, the letter I, or the letter Y, it will make the J sound. We even have a little song, and I'll see if I can get my students singing that for you so you can hear it. Here's an example when G and E are next to each other. Gentle, gel. And an example when G and I are next to each other. Giant, giraffe. And G and Y are right next to each other. Gym, energy. So when you see G-E, G-I, or G-Y, try the J sound. Let's look at these 2 words. The top one here is angel, angel. And then the bottom one is angle, angle. Do you notice that they have almost exactly the same spellings except for the very end? I'm going to sound out angel. A-N-G-E-L, angel. And here's sound by sound, angle, A-N-G-L, angle. So the only difference is in the spelling of angel, the G is sitting right next to the E. So the E is making it say the J sound. And in angle, the G is sitting right next to an L. So it's going to make its common sound, which is G, like gum. Angel, angle.